Hey you guys, I got to think it'd be fun and exciting to see what 5 new things we could find around the garden today. I bet we can find something. So the mustard seed is also this side anyhow is definitely close to done. These are starting to dry. So you see how brown? Maybe hard for you to see, but I can see it without the camera. And it's getting time to pick those. And here's the lovely mustard bloom. I heard something buzzing around my head, so that means, oh, yep, we got a bee right there. Do you see it? Yeah, there we go. There. Aren't you showing off for the camera? Yeah, so they're doing their job. That looks to be like a honeybee. So that's really exciting. Now, here's something really different I just discovered. So this is normally what the leaf looks like. It's usually green, like a dark green with purple veining. And I have been noticing it's getting lighter and lighter. So I don't know if that's I don't really see anything. And look at this. This almost looks like a lamb's ear. It's so soft and feathery. But I don't see anything really on there, and I'm not sure if I should feed my animals that or not. But, ooh, I got buzzed again. Look what else is new. Number 2, I have mums in bloom in my container. This is probably a 2-year-old container, and the mums have decided to come out. It's May 2nd, but they were coming out for a couple of days now. But that was pretty exciting to me. I'm really excited about that. Here's something, let's see, very exciting. Number 4 in the food forest is my little toothache plants are beginning to put little flowers, blooms, whatever you call them, little toothache thingies on there. Now they're still pretty young. Here's a couple more, but they're coming along. I have oh, one got chewed. Okay, that's not good. Slug or something must have come and got that one. But I still have 5 left over here. Yeah, I try to intersperse them just to kind of give a little uniformity along the front here, but yet there's a walkway right there. That's all pretty interesting. Okay, number 5. Are we up to 5? My butterfly peas from last year overwintered, survived the frost and freeze, the right at the 32-31 mark, survived it and is already blooming. Now I have new ones planted up front. Let's go show you those. Front here, I've put in my new butterfly peas. That's a zinnia. Let's see, hold on. And more and more and more. So that's pretty exciting to have them grow up on the fence line here, and we'll have blue blooms for tea. If you haven't seen some of my photos, either on Facebook or Instagram or maybe the YouTube community page, I have been showing off this combination of the orange nasturtiums with the lemon bee balm and talking about how awesome it is to be in the garden. And the Mycocilium bacterii or something, I hope I'm saying that right, is really good to breathe in, to get on you and in your feet. And it's just from the soil, and it's what is like a natural antidepressant. So maybe we'll call that number 6. I think that's pretty exciting. I have actually harvested a bunch of this and I'm drying it in the house. But I had to leave a little for show because, you know, that's just part of why we do what we do, right? You know, this is the corner everybody drives in from and sees first, and so we got to leave it a little beautiful. I hear the pollinators. Do you hear him? That's also, I think that's a honeybee, and he is got orange legs. He's covered in pollen. That is pretty exciting. Look, another 2 heads of broccoli. I better get out here and pick. I still haven't dealt with this area right yet. Number, I don't know what you want to call it. Are we up to 6, right? So right in here, a lot of my broccoli was fizzling out. It's just way too hot. We're definitely going in the 90s. this week and in a drought scenario. So I went ahead and put the zinnias in on the drip line, and I pulled out the very weakest of the broccoli. This broccoli seems, these two seem okay, but I went ahead and replaced it with flowers back here where I have the Pro Cut lemon yellow sunflowers that didn't do real great as far as height. They all bloomed, but I went ahead and I replaced them. I believe these are the coral giant Bennery zinnias. Oh man, is this place popping with bees or what? I don't know if you guys can tell that on camera, but we are like in the midst of a bee war or whatever. They're all over with these beautiful sunflowers. Oh, and this is my winter squash that's been around since last fall. It is, as far as I can tell, an perennial, and it wants to creep this way. I keep trying to throw it back towards the corner, but eventually this thing can grow. From past experience, this thing has grown over 80 feet long when it wants to and it finds a place to. So Jack does not love that, so I have been keeping it up here to make peace. But anyhow, it's going to do what it wants to do, and then eventually it's going to have a neighboring friend. This is the Georgia Rattlesnake watermelon, and it's sitting on a bit of a drip line mistake where I have a bad leak. And so I put the watermelon right on the bad leak, and they can go this way, they can go all the way through my grass if they want. I don't care about that. I don't think anybody's going to be driving much. I just mow it, you know. So they can go that way and maybe produce me a couple watermelon. I really don't want to dedicate much space to it. But there you go. What is that, number 6 or 7, right? All the dill heads are gone over here. Here's the safflower from a few videos ago. It's drying, doing real good. Oh, hold on. Let's get over, gosh, was it 7? 8. Are we on 8? Look at the bees are over here too. People want to know how to bring in pollinators. It's really not that hard. It's really not hard at all. Look at that. Now the bottom leaves have spent. But whoa, what a beautiful pink. Oh, it's been so beautiful. I took a picture of myself with it. I'll throw it up on the screen real quick. And this one looks to be the same color because it came out looking this hot pink too in the beginning. I'm really excited that the gladioluses are coming back. Yes, borage. I've been collecting borage leaves. Oh, everything's so happy. I've just got to get back here. Oh, that gladiolus though, can you believe it? Oh, that makes me happy. This, oh, Italian broccoli lost another head. But you know, I could actually still pick that and eat that. Those blooms are so, maybe this is number 9, so buttery and so tender. And we actually find them very delicious in our family. Yeah, really exciting. Number 10, I have a row of russet potatoes. And then I skip a little bit in here, and then I have one down here. And look at how happy and healthy these guys are. And they're just like what was rotting on the counter, and I threw them in here. And wow, I mean, like, I couldn't be happier that they're doing their thing in space that was kind of just wasted. Uh-oh, I just noticed the tarp came up. That must have happened with all that wind we had. Got to put that back down. But anyhow, yeah, in the midst of all this potager kind of mix and mingle and weeds and everything, that's dog fennel. That's not even planted. That's just wild, you know, and I need to take care of it. But right now it's a pollinator haven, and they're extremely happy. My neighbors, I had a random person who was at a yard sale on my street just stop by, and she goes, "Your garden is so beautiful." I'm like, this hot mess? I mean, really, this is not beautiful? But I think people just miss this. People who garden, you know, aren't used to seeing colors like this and mixed and mingled. We have reds, we have blues, we have, you know, bright greens, we have oranges, we now have hot pink in here, we have yellows in here, we've got, and then she goes, oh, you have pineapples, and I'm like, yes, I have pineapples too. We have pineapples in here. I just ran the irrigation. We have some more blue next to the red and the pineapple. And then of course we have these great green. I have peppers with blooms all over back here. And oh, look at that. I actually have fruit on this one. These are the cherry pick hybrids. And down there I have some corbachis, which will be long and cylindrical. And somewhere down here I have, I don't know, other peppers. Let's see, what does the tag say? Wore off. Okay, but anyhow, that was a tag stating that there's something new over here. I've forgotten. Oh, pepperoncinis. I did remember. I got pepperoncinis in here. I actually have a volunteer from last year's white sweet potatoes in there. So this is that, like, not many of you watched that Dream Come True video, but I had dream many years ago. Oh, it's a repeating dream. Oh gosh, I probably just put dirt on me. Sorry about that, you guys. Anyhow, it's a repeating video of me just going out to the space I had planted in ages ago and had forgot, or I'm just coming back from something. It just depends on the dream. And I find all sorts of tomatoes and zucchinis and squash and peppers. I find all sorts of stuff, food, in my dream. And this is really a part of my reality coming true from that dream, you know, finding all sorts of food in here. I've already picked all this kale and froze back a month, 6 weeks ago, something like that. I had no idea, you guys, that this was gonna totally come back from a stump. It's just amazing. Some of you advanced gardeners may know this, but this is new to me. I've never let radish go to flower and then to seed. Look at the seed pods on these. This is amazing to me. This is all new education, new growth. This is number 11, something I learned in the garden. Whoops, that looks like I stepped on this one. But wow, I mean, the blooms have been around for over a month, but I had no idea the seeds were growing like that. It's just awesome. I'm letting my Merlot go to seed. So excited. Okay, I got one more thing in the back to show you. Hand watering my food forest. And watch it, buddy. The bees will get you. He's got a bad habit of going after bees. And so, well, I actually didn't water. Look at the, maybe I should rename this video to something about pollinators. Are you seeing that big old fat bee? That's a bumblebee or wood bee, something like that. He is going to town on my, oh, there's his friend. I got buzzed. That's probably would be. They do not like it when you're in their territory. Anyhow, going to town on this Lady Margaret passion flower. This is also perennial. I set it, I forget it, I trim it, that's it. Oh, okay, that was not supposed to be number 11. So I'm hand watering back here because I still got the new transplants. And the one really wants to bloom, but there's not been any water. And so I was watering back here, even though it's a hot mess with weeds, you know, that just happened when I wasn't well enough to be out here. And I look over here. Some of you may recognize this. Marilee, I know you do. Look at this. I did not plant this here. This is Aunt Molly's ground cherries. These are its little husked babies in here. And there's the bloom. Wow, so I found, I was actually in here looking for my ginger to pop up. I do have ginger somewhere in here. And turmeric. Actually, I think this was the turmeric bed. Ginger was down there. So when I weed through, I'm going to have to be extra a little careful and look for my babies. But I found an unexpected surprise in the garden. Let me grab these. I'm so excited. And then the miracle fruit is holding its own. It just put on a lot of leaf growth, but I see it's going to start with fruit here soon. Those little white knobs there. Oh, here's a better example. See, that right there's a bloom right in there. I can't go too close with a GoPro because it doesn't have a great zoom, but we're about to hit its fruiting season, which is exciting. I also put some Seminole pumpkin in the ground. I guess you could call this 12. I had 4 of them. I knew this one was weak, probably wouldn't make it. This one is dying of thirst, so hopefully it'll grab up the fresh water I just put on there. It'll come back. And this one I almost drowned. But anyhow, I really didn't want to put Seminole pumpkin back here, but I'm trying to keep my plants slightly separated. Right behind that fence is the winter squash, and then watermelon will be that way. So it's not really enough distance to keep anything pure, but that's just where I'm going to end up putting the Seminole pumpkin, because I still have South Anna butternut squash to get in the ground. Okay, Marilee, this number 12 is for you. So in this row right here is baby Katuk. I got my Katuk up and growing. That's awesome. This is my South Anna butternut squash, and it's yellowing because it's stressed out that I haven't been out here to do my job. And, you know, I'm sure the okra, everything would love for me to actually start gardening this week. I did good to get some of those, like all the zinnias in the ground. I got the watermelon. I gave away half to a lady named Lynn Vess, and then half up front. I did what I could one day, and then I've also been canning. Look, Lori, if you're watching, Lori up in Tennessee, these are the seeds you gave me. They're climbing. They're beautiful. That should be an orange melon, and I can't wait to try that. Okay, let's keep going. 13. Look at the blooms. This is the Sweetheart tomato. I got blooms on the Napa Chardonnay. I probably have blooms on everything just about, really. Oh, my goodness, my goodness, my goodness. Hold on. Let me show you. This is the Abu Ruwan. That's a tomato. Really pretty heirloom tomato. And, ooh, I hit a nest. There's some more. Look. This thing's hitting its sweet spot. Now, whether it can sustain that in the 90-degree heat that's coming up, I don't know. Look at that. You see that? This is the cobia, not cobia the fish. Anyhow, there's blooms all over in here, if you can see them up top. I mean, we're about to have, oh my word, wait, number 13. I didn't notice it. I have blooms, Lori. Lori, if you're watching, look. Blooms. Oh, that's so awesome. Y'all, that's just something somebody picked up out of a market, shared with me, shared with them. We saved this seed not knowing if it would work here in Florida, because really they're, even though like Jacksonville and all that, I mean, it could have come out of South Georgia. It could be a whole different zone. Don't know if it's going to work in this tropical scenario. Look at it, it's got blooms. Okay, let's keep going. I've lost track, 13, the echinacea. Okay, we already talked about a bouquet of happiness. It's still making me happy, you guys. Oh, look at that. That's the Golden Delight again. I have got to get out of here. Oh, look, all of the market moors looking fabulous. Of course, we're in drought. I did hand water. You can see some water on top, but they're not really getting exposed to a lot of water, so therefore the powdery mildew is staying away. And I have my small window of opportunity, and we should be getting blooms here very, very soon on these. And maybe I'll just get a few cucumbers. The onions are still kind of in here. I have a little jalapenos coming. I got more actually to transplant. Again, this is my hot mess. But these onions are definitely more than ready to get out of here. But you know how it goes. I'm busy inside, and I've got 25 pounds more of plum tomatoes and Roma tomatoes, I've got to make into spaghetti sauce. So I'm going in the house, you guys. Take care, God bless, and I'll see you in the next one. Wow, what was that, like 12 cool new things in the garden? Wow, always so cool.